be anywhere in the universe. And most times when we get in front of our fight, we bring ourselves right back to hell. You can make songs about Mars. You can make Outkast talk about Stankonia. Tribe Called Quest talked about El Segundo. They took us to these places. Hieroglyphics talked about hieroglyphics. That's dope. I don't know. They took us to other places. We do what our oppressor wants us to do. We keep our ass right in the hood. And the truth is, most of us don't like where we stay. That's a lie. And I told one of my homeboys that rap. I said, you telling these kids to stay in the hood, and you don't even live in the hood. You're a liar. Keep it hood, keep it hood, keep it hood. Why don't you stay in the hood? I don't know one person that's staying in the hood, that's Ron Artest. And Ron, y'all know Ron. Ron, my homie. Ron don't give a damn. You know, I'm one of them don't stay in the hood. They lying to y'all. Yes, sir. We got one more and then we done.
All right, what's good, Africa?
Peace
out
out
to all the good Africa. I just wanted to make a comment, question.
He's a man, damn American.
We are talking about European ideals of success and money. Capitalism is a white supremacist construct that was in place to keep us here. We are privileged, few from the neighborhoods, especially myself coming from West Baltimore. I can say not a lot of brothers have made it to college, can't get a degree and all of that. So how can we challenge notions of white supremacy with dealing with capitalism? Because a lot of times the elders encourage us to become these $150 million Negroes who don't give back, who don't do anything for the hood, who don't do anything for the community. And also, it also parallels to my question, because I know here at College 4 is dropping soon. So what's good with the link? Could you get you on like a Skype interview or something like that? You don't necessarily have to come back, but you know something.
I want to come back.
All right.
I want to come back. Can I tell you why I want to come back? No, as much as y'all think I'm doing this for y'all, I need this too. Dog, they have separated us from our people. I was just telling my security guy, like, I love my people. Like, I want to be close to them. That's why I walk around and touch you and play with you, let you play with me, because I need them. They separate us from our people. We were always meant to be together. What I'll tell you, bro, is my personal opinion is I can't tell anybody else what to do. The only thing I can do is become successful and do what I'm doing right now. Me be the example. I'll give you an example. I don't know if y'all ever heard about this, but I threw one of the largest urban relief concerts in history for Katrina. It was called Heal the Hood. And a lot of folks from the hood of Atlanta start telling the other rappers, like David Banner from Mississippi, and he come and giving all his money to the hood, and that put the pressure on the other rappers to do the same thing that I was doing. Like, all I can do is do for my people and love my people the way that I can. And if I do well enough, kids will do it because it's the right thing to do. That's all I can do. And that's the only thing that I can tell you to do, is show me. Because I'm trying to show you what I think I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because one of y'all might be successful, and remember that I came back and maybe you do the same thing for my children. I don't know if y'all David Banner fans or not, but if y'all ever notice, I always have an ode to the West Coast on all of my songs, on all of my albums. And the reason why I give it up to the West Coast is because the West Coast is the reason why rap makes money. Well, nobody really making money to Dre and them sit down. I'm talking about that real rap money. And then when the West Coast was over, everybody left the West Coast like they had done nothing. The Bay Area was the one that coined the independent movement. E40, Too Short, Hammer, all of them folks. And just like black people do, we don't give back to our ancestors and those who came before us. So all I can do is be an example. So like, me and you gonna have to be the example. And that's all that we can do, dog. And that's the reason why I was on Hidden Colors Free. And that's why I go hard in all of my songs, dog. I always tell people, when y'all let me come and speak, when people let me put my records on the radio right now, I always thank them, and people think it's fake. But I'm like, if y'all see the Evel Knievel video, and the fact that that's playing on MTV, you better thank somebody. And that's just what I believe, brother. I hope I answered your question. Thank you, black man. Peace, man. Yes, sir. Last one. You gotta make it good, dog.
My name is Jeff Holmes. I'm from PG County.
Hold on, he said PG. Y'all didn't go crazy? You can't do that. No, but you can. Oh, no, I'm fine, but you can't put me on the spot because I stand for something, so I'm pretty good. I'm pretty staying strong.
So, I'm in the process of obtaining my 501c3 status. I just traded my company. So my pops was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2009. So I've got a company going to help exercise patients with Parkinson's through this going to boxing, yoga, and cycling. And all the research has been done individually, but they've never been done integrated. And so, even though it affects a million people, there's only one person with Parkinson's disease in Baltimore that's known, and it's got to be more people than that. Now, what I'm lacking at is support from my own people. How do I do that?
Okay, let me tell you what I believe about that. Is if it happened to you, like in my music, y'all, usually people don't know this, I'm usually talking about myself. Y'all have a good night, and thank y'all for coming and being so patient with me. No, I'm not joking. Shoot, people gotta go to class. Don't see that baby mama. I've talked for a long time. I'm serious. I'm happy folks came. You don't see black people sitting in one spot this long talking about what I talk about. I'm happy that y'all stayed. Thank you. I'm serious. I appreciate it. But now what I was saying was is that I look at everything like nobody else is gonna help. And I don't like quoting people that I don't remember their name. There was this quote that I saw on the wall of a professor's office, and they basically said this in The Lord of the Rings, is that you have to approach everything like you're the only person in the world that can do it. I felt like I was the only person in this world that can represent Mississippi, because I knew how people thought about Mississippi, even black folks. We are the last state. People, everybody, even the South looked down on us. I knew I had to make my people be proud. That's the first thing I did. That's why I got it tattooed on my back. That's why when I started my album, I said, I'm from a place where your grandmama from. Because I knew most people's grandma was from Mississippi and Alabama. So I was going to stab them with that. Yeah, y'all talking all that Bama stuff. Well, where your grandmama from, huh? Why don't you come back home? I said those things on purpose to make my people proud. So what you have to do is find other people like you, and you know they exist because you exist. In my personal opinion. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for having me.